Welcome to Castle Irwell. We're all excited you're here, staff and inmates alike. One thing I do have to tell you before you enter, the University of Salford has a no hostage policy. In the unlikely event that you are taken hostage, the university will not negotiate your release in exchange for the release of an inmate. Do you agree with that?
Hello, my name is Daniel Wardle and I am the manager for iCowboy. I am also the local representative for Neon Rain Recordings. I am here at the Salford Psychiatric Hospital to interview iCowboy. Do you believe pop culture has begun to repeat itself?
Yes.
Were you trying to make some kind of pop statement when you chose the Britney Spears song for your UK debut?
No.
Mike, you're the head roadie of iCowboy. What's touring with iCowboy like?
Well, the English crew keep playing games where you have to kill Germans, like Return to Castle Wolfenstein or Call of Duty. I think that could be why Jens keeps walking in front of the bus, so it takes a long time to get anywhere. He says it's because he's used to walking, but frankly, I don't believe him.
What kind of things does iCowboy have on his rider?
Well, things like a large pot of green tea, 2 bottles of Jack Daniels, a bouncy castle, a selection of German sweets including salted licorice, sliced German bread and vegetable spreads. He also has a shrine with a photo of Stephen Merritt and a burning candle.
And do you believe pop culture has begun to repeat itself?
Yes.
Do you believe the cover version is a significant media phenomenon of our time?
I'm listening to Bono of U2 in a recent radio interview. I was struck by a comment he made. He was talking about contemporary music and past musics and how the past and the present are tied up with the hopes and fears about the future. It was, he argued, a case of the differences between yesterday's tomorrow and today's tomorrow. Yesterday's tomorrow was about a confidence for the future, a belief that progress was more or less inevitable, and for music, that artistic creativity would continue to blossom and produce great works. By contrast, today's tomorrow is characterised by a chronic lack of confidence in the future, a deep-seated questioning of the possibility of further progress, and a resigned belief that absolute musical creativity is no longer possible, if it had ever existed in the first place, simply because all good music has been written already. This, for me, is crucial to the very idea of postmodern music. However, as Elvis Costello's quote, "Writing about music is like dancing about architecture," suggests, any attempt to rationalise, analyse, intellectualise music is bound to fail. By its very nature, music is not really suited to written discourse. Added to this, the problem of how different sectors of the music community react to attempts of any academic approach to popular music is bound to come up against some resistance. This resistance tends to take 2 forms, one that comes from the music industry itself.
And we have ready some interviews that we did earlier today with one of the Channel 4 interviewers.
Vitality and essence of the music experience.
Hi. Hello. Welcome to the University of Salford Psychiatric Clinic. If you'd like to follow me, I'll show you some of the patients. Wendy, this is Peter.
Bollocks!
Hello, Peter. Nice to meet you.
Beans!
So, are you a big fan of iCowboy?
Bollocks!
Right. And will you be attending the gig?
Motherfucker!
Are you not speaking English, though, you? Okay, we're going to find the views of some more mental patients. What do you think about iCowboy?
Je pense que c'est vraiment un film super, formidable. Je l'ai vu au moins 3-4 fois. Enfin non, qu'est-ce que je dis, une 50aine de fois. Et ça a toujours été de mieux en mieux. À chaque fois, c'était toujours formidable. Sinon, qu'est-ce que je pourrais dire?
Okay, thank you. Are you a fan of iCowboy?
No, never heard of it.
So you don't know any of his singles?
No.
And you're not going to go to the gig?
No.
Okay, thank you. So what do you think about iCowboy?
He has a nice bottom. He's big and black. And I like his big earring.
He's got a beautiful wife and children. I want to suck their blood.
bought any of their records?
Whose records? He married to Spice Girl.
Are you going to go and see his gig?
I flick my bean every night when I'm laid in bed.
I use my toys.
Rampant Rabbit Deluxe. A big long funny lips.
Which is your favourite iCowboy song?
I like Itty Bitty Pretty Ones, and I've wrote some words, and I'd really like him to sing them.
iCowboy, is this okay with you?
Mm-hmm. In my pocket, in my pocket!
Right, okay.
Yeah, sing them.
Okay.
Ready?
Well, we came upon a cracker, and we all came on this cracker, and the last one had to eat it, and she did. But she threw it up like a hooer, and the sunshine stabbed right through her, like a hooer on a skewer in the wind. And I'll be getting head under the rainbow, and I'll be getting head under the rainbow, and I'll be getting head under the rainbow. Now the king was reading comics when he stepped into some vomit, and he screamed like 40 wolves being burned alive. And they rode my dolphin at him, and he fed my dolphin stars. He fed my dolphin stars like you put gasoline in cars. Papa was smart, but Mama said I wasn't. Now I've got $1 million, but who doesn't? Gonna go to the graveyard to get some banging done. Gonna dig up Megan and cut out my son.
Academic objections, on the other hand, emphasise the lack of worth inherent in subject matter of any kind self-responding serious injury. One more recently has sociology, cultural studies and communications/media studies has begun to take the whole area more seriously. This interest has taken a number of forms, with postmodernism being one of the more prominent. Ironically, however, much postmodernist writing on music has concentrated on the high cultural forms, thereby taking a remarkably modernist approach to their study of conservative choice of material.
And now for something completely different.
Oh,